Since October 8, 2021, different women-led fintech groups, including social enterprises, have been undergoing training and mentorship on how to develop better solutions that can transform lives. Different interoperable and level 1 principle tools have been integrated during this season of the Women in Fintech Hackathon.
Days we've been in the hackathon have really been very important. We have learned so much. We have refined our product. We have refined so much through exactly knowing what we need to do, through knowing about project management, through knowing how we launch applications, a website application or a web app. You don't just throw things all at once. You plan, you build systems, you build this and you build that. For me, my biggest takeaway has been project management of your app you develop, and developing apps that are really helpful, not just dumping things there, and really creating solutions that are helpful. We have been taught so much about level 1 principles, developing solutions which incorporate the level 1 principles. We have learned about tools which we can incorporate in our systems, like the Moja Loop, which helps ease transactions. We have really learned so much.
Each team pitched their product solution before the juries: Damali Sali, Innocent Kawoya, the Moja Loop team, Modus Box team, and the Cross-Lectech team. The best teams look forward to walk away with prizes tomorrow at the Women in Fintech Summit.
What is the problem here? There is an excruciating pain when you see someone who wants to build up maybe a house, trying to go to different service providers, having to pay them very high amounts, and then having to get materials from a different place, and at the end of the day you have a very huge bill. So what does Kuzimba do? Kuzimba gives you that option of having all this in one go. So you can buy the materials, you can pick the services, and you can save up money to build your future dream house.
Well, the criteria for judgment has been broad, but to be more general about it is, one, we are looking at teams that are leveraging level 1 project principles and using them in their development of day-to-day payment solutions. We are keen at seeing teams that are creating secure platforms that are open source and open loops that allow for easy integration of many others. We are looking at those that are integrating payment modes that allow mobile, bank, and all technologies of every sort: internet, web-based, and USSD or SMS payment solutions. We're also looking at those solutions that we think have capacity to serve so many people and impact millions of lives.
Some participants say they've given in their best and hope to emerge winners.
I'm Bukira Angela from Team Mpampe, Uganda. Well, we are targeting individuals, charity organizations that are finding it hard to raise funds for their budgets. You know how there are very many organizations working and acting in the country. We actually don't know their expenditure each and every time. Like, they take care of the orphans, they take care of people who are fundraising for surgeries. So our aim is to make the process transparent and clear. We are looking at following up stories, providing testimonials for the people that are being funded in the society. So about today, we actually had our final presentation. It was mind-blowing because it was very interesting. Well, actually, we are aiming to plowing back the money into Mpampe. We want to make Mpampe a reality, and we hope to widen and work with different organizations. We're looking forward to having grants, campaigns for children, orphanages, reaching out to orphanages and those other organizations in the world that are helping out the needy.
The winning top teams are destined for better considerations, according to Innocent Kawoya, CEO High People.
Well, we've come to what we ideally can call the end of season 2 of the Women in Fintech Hackathon, that is organized by High People with generous support from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation through its Level 1 project initiative, and partners like Modus Box, Cross-Lectech Technologies, Moja Loop Foundation, Club Tangaza, and many others. We had 17 women-led teams recruited in this year's season, and they have been here for all the days creating and disrupting solutions that we believe have capacity to transform economies. Many have been working with solutions dealing with agriculture, others have been doing education, others have been doing remittances and payments, and others have been doing information and money management, circles and all that kind of stuff. And we're excited that through the week, the participants have also been able to do great learning on level 1 projects and these principles. They have learned a lot to do with Moja Loop, an amazing open source for creating inclusive and instant payment solutions that can be able to serve everyone at the bottom of the pyramid. And I am happy to have been part of the mentorship, the facilitation, and also being part of the judging team that is made up of a number of credible individuals, including Damali, Sally, and many others that we've been with here today. Very thankful to our facilitators of Cleo and Simon that have done a very great job. And we have come to the end. Tomorrow, the winner is going to be announced, but from my point of view, every single team that has been a part of this has really exhibited great capabilities, and they're winners in my own view. And I've personally offered to do mentorship and supervision for all the teams for a whole year going forward. We are creating a WhatsApp group where we're all going to communicate free of charge. I'm going to make sure I invite all my knowledgeable friends that are knowledgeable about creating instant and inclusive payment systems to educate them more. We are going to be speaking a lot of digital financial services throughout the year, and this is going to come free of charge. The Women in FinTech Hackathon now leads us into what we ideally call the first ever Women in FinTech Incubator. And the incubator is going to see us now take up a few teams and help them get to specialize on their skills and their understanding on how to disrupt in a digital financial services space. Tomorrow's best teams will share about $5,000 altogether, and they also share an opportunity to be part of the Women in FinTech Incubator. We are also looking forward to providing data to a number of teams that have been part of this place, and we also think, God willing, we can be able to provide a server environment free of charge for all the innovators to kickstart their MVPs and turn them into startups.
It's been the final day of the Women in FinTech Hackathon Season 2.
What has been standing out for me has been the passion within which these participants have been presenting their solutions. So I've been interested in the drive, the motivation for it. But then most importantly, I think, has been the fact that they're trying to solve real problems. I've seen a solution that is trying to sort out the agricultural value chain, including investment, the investment component. I've seen one dealing with health, especially maternal health, then one dealing with education. So those are things that, and financial services, those are real problems that are impacting us a lot, especially now that we're in COVID. So I was really impressed that these ladies have come up with solutions that are addressing real problems. They're not addressing champagne problems. So they're addressing real problems. But then also impressed that within just the 5 days, has it been 5 or 7 days, they've been able to come up with actual apps that I, who is not a techie person, I'm able to say, okay, show it to me. How do I download it on my phone? How can I use it? So that has been really impressive, because I thought it was going to be a techie discussion where they tell me, technical words that I don't understand. But they've been able to move from training to actually develop something that I can see, I can use as a beneficiary, as a user, as a consumer of tech, because I am not necessarily a techie person, but I consume technology. So that has been really helpful. And I like that most of them also were developing solutions that are addressing access. So the apps that have been developed here were using feature phones. That was the #1 question for me. Can someone with a feature phone actually access your solution? And to me, that was a big criteria, because I usually don't like solutions that are only available to the people who have smartphones, the rich people. Like, the rich people already have so many options. Why are you developing more stuff for them? It's the poor people where we have a big gap, and that's where a lot of the basic services are lacking, and the need and the gap has been excavated with COVID. So there's a lady, I think, here who's developed a solution for education, where teachers can join her and then provide their teaching services through her application. given that how many kids haven't been going to school and how many teachers have been then unemployed, I feel like such a solution helps us to deal with one, the unemployment problem and income problem, and then also the lack of education for our kids for the last 2 years. So those are the kinds of solutions that I think for me stand out for me. And to me, that has been my criteria. Like, is this solution providing, solving a real problem for real human beings, or is it just a champagne problem solution?
I'm the team lead at Isera Education, and for this hackathon, we were working on a solution, on adding a financial solution in our existing education technology. So we first came with EduBank, but through guidance, we are guided that bank is so ambiguous and a bit ambitious, and it has so many hoops to jump for it to operate a digital bank. So eventually, we zeroed down to Edu Wallet, and we want to have a wallet in our platform where teachers can earn money, can use it for payments, and can take interest-free loans, because even beyond COVID, we see that teachers, their income is low. So it's a tool to empower teachers to be financially stable and to earn some money, because we have work for teachers on our platform.
The Women in FinTech Hackathon is sponsored by Hi People and its Include Everyone program in partnership with Mojaloop, Motorspokes, Crosslake Take, and the Level 1 project. Rita Cabanyoro, Smart 24.